Well, I think the biggest thing is preparation. The first thing we do is we prepare our cenotaph down there, and we get a lot of help from the municipality, so I want to give them credit as well. We do a lot to try to make sure that people in the community remember our veterans. If you drive by our cenotaph, you'll see the white crosses there. The names of the individuals who were on the cenotaph are on the crosses as well. We also have banners that we put on the poles going through town. Okay, so again, that's a private project through us. If somebody wishes to commemorate not only veterans who were lost in the wars, but veterans who have served over the years, they can get a banner and we can hang it up there. Well, I think in small towns we just kind of slow it down a little bit. We're kind of a closer knit community. Here in City Mines, we have, obviously, if you see the cenotaph, we had a lot of veterans who served and paid the ultimate price. We also have a lot of veterans who have served and retired back to our community, so that's a big part of it. The Legion here has been the center of City Mines for 100 years. People have been coming here, enjoying the branch, not only veterans, but the community at large, so I think that's a big part of it. Well, I'm the service officer here, so a big part of what we do is help them navigate through Veterans Affairs with their paperwork. It can be a difficult task to ensure that they get the benefits they need for their disabilities. Okay, we also have what's known as a Poppy Fund here. So if there's a small crisis in their lives, we can help them out financially to help them overcome those burdens until we can get them through Veterans Affairs. A lot of the older veterans are not necessarily computer savvy. So a lot of the things through Veterans Affairs you have to navigate through to understand what's available to them. It can be quite overwhelming. Myself, I can kind of calm things down and walk through them with these things step by step and try to take some of the burden off them and do a lot of those tasks for them, okay, to help simplify it. It's very disappointing to me when they become overwhelmed with those things and they walk away from things that they deserve. So if I can help them overcome those barriers. Well, just my personal observation, I remember going to the cenotaph during COVID when people were, I wouldn't say things were relaxed, but it was mandatory for everybody to wear masks, and a lot of places were closed down and things of that nature, and it just seemed like people wanted to get outdoors. You know what I mean? So for some reason, we had a great turnout during COVID. People wore their masks, which was great. And I think it just carried on from there. People started to see our ceremony, understand the sacrifices that people made, understand the effort that we put in to ensure that they were remembered. And I think it has grown from there. But it seems like every year we're getting more and more people. So, well, I think here in Cape Breton and here in Nova Scotia, obviously we're one province, but we were a big part of the war effort here. I mean, World War I and World War II, coal was a very wanted quantity, okay, for the war effort, okay? Not to mention here at Sydney Harbour, Halifax Harbour, we were a big part of the shipping lanes to get supplies to our allies in Europe. So I think those memories have carried on, okay? Obviously, there's not a lot of veterans around now, but their children are still here, and they remember, okay? They remember the great explosion in 1917, I believe it was, in the Halifax Harbour, okay? They remember their parents going into the coal mines, okay, to make sure the war effort was supplied, okay? Not to mention, if you go around to some of the legions, you'll see a lot of our members are merchant marines, okay? They were in the sea lanes on ships, making sure supplies got to our European allies. Those are all memories still fresh in the community at large in this particular area, okay? The Seal Point had a lot too. Again, obviously building ships, building artillery, building weapons, things of that nature, okay? We had the industries needed to supply the war effort here in Cape Breton at that time.